Okay. Welcome to a Monday Q&A. Yours truly, Simon from Pinnacle and Strike here with you today, filling in for the boys. First and foremost, for those of you who are, well, all of you guys that work with us at Pinnacle, I'm away for this week. So the webinars for the rest of the week are going to be taken by Coach Nath and Coach Tarks. But me, I'm here with you today. If you are watching this video for the first time and you're a personal trainer, and even if you're not a personal trainer, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notifications on the YouTube channel. Updates in the business. There are lots. Stay tuned for new content. There will be new marketing content. We have a new marketing strategy being launched hopefully this week that will be getting created tomorrow. There is a lot of things happening in the business as always, but in terms of major updates, you guys will have a new marketing strategy which is being tested and proven and has been tested and is proven to work, that we will be dragging and dropping into your classrooms as of this week. That's the major thing. Guys, we are here for a Q&A / masterclass session. And in this one today, what I want to do just to create some conversation, as always, guys, if you've got questions, just hand up, rock and roll, and ask me if you have any questions, and I'll come straight to you. Remember, there's no such thing as a stupid question, but I'm going to create a topic just to get the ball rolling, and it's a motivational one for a Monday morning. We're going to talk about lead today. Now, when I say the word lead to personal trainers, most of them think prospect, leads, and marketing to generate a lead. What I'm talking about today is something that I talked about this morning with Nathan about leading from the front. So I want to create, guys, if you're a personal trainer, you run a business, I want to create the best environment for your business. And we talk about this a lot at Pinnacle. And people will do as you do. They won't do as you say, right? So if you're someone who wants to grow a business full of clients that respect you, love you, show up and adore you and listen to you, you need to lead. You need to lead from the front. All right. And it's exactly what we do here at Pinnacle. I mean, I work tirelessly around the clock. I'm obsessed. This is not a job to me. This is a passion. I love doing what I'm doing and changing the lives of PTs, just like all of you guys here and people listening as well. But the reason why we're able to do that and why we're able to grow a company, which has established itself now as the leading force of consulting for face-to-face PTs in the country, is because I lead from the front. If you have a business and you have clients that are not taking action, lead. People will do as you do. They won't do as you say a lot of the time. Okay. So make sure that you lead. If you are working in a gym, right, and you're doing classes, Brooke, shift work, Kate, right, lead, set an example so that the people that are in that club seeing you, they are going to be attracted to you leading and your energy. When you lead, you will give off so much subconscious absorbed value to people that are walking past the front desk, that are attending the classes with you, Brooke, right? Lead. If you are training, right? So I finished my gym session just before. Obviously, I'm not a PT anymore, but if I was a PT, I would be training in the club that I personally work in. Why? Because I'm leading from the front. So lead, be present, and go after it. The standard that you set will be the standard that is executed 9 times out of 10 by your followers and by your army of clients. And it is that simple. It is that simple. And you'll find that when you create a team of leaders, all right, that more people want to be surrounded by that energy, that community that you have created, which is that team of leaders. Does that make sense, guys? A little bit of an icebreaker for a webinar. At least it does to Brooke anyway. That's the main thing. Guys, Q&A here. I'm going to wait now for questions and see what people have got to ask. Fletch, you've just turned your video on. Does that mean you have a question? Nothing? Okay, cool. Brooke, what are we up to this week?
Took most of the weekend off as you advised.
Yes, well done.
So I don't think my situation's really changed too much.
Yes.
Got some calls to make and that kind of thing. I'm just finding like consults are really slow at the moment. Like I just can't seem to book people in.
Okay.
I do think that literally just what you said, I was thinking about this morning. The last 2 weeks, I haven't spent as much time in the gym because I've been sick.
Yeah, of course.
So like I do my work and then instead of hanging around and talking to people, I just kind of go home, which is different for me.
Yep.
So I hopefully can get back into the gym a bit more this week and just kind of talk to people and make the gym more inviting.
100%.
I was also thinking though, there's so many people out sick at the moment. Every time I look around the gym, there's a lot of young men who are very dedicated to their training, which is great, but they're not the kind of people that I want to train in a sense. Like I love coaching beginners and people who are brand new to the gym and or people who need a lot of help. So I'm also struggling a bit to talk to people because I don't want to train the people that are currently at my gym.
Cool. All right, this is really, really good. So number one, presence in the club is key. If you can notice a direct correlation between when you're present, you're kicking ass, and when you're not, you're not. But again, you and me both, like sick, my antibiotics are working very well, though I'm not far away from my fucking voice being back, thank God. So there's a lot of people sick. The doctor who actually complimented me and said, "You have a very nice husky voice. It's not that bad." I'm like, bro, I don't care. I don't want a husky voice. I want a voice. He said there's a shitload of people sick. There's a lot of people sick at the moment. It's that kind of time of year, right? You look after yourself as number one priority, but if you can make a direct correlation between when you're in the gym, you're busy and you're there, and it's better, notice that. And when you're not, notice that. This is aimed to the people listening to this. You need to focus on the four walls of your club, not the four walls of these things for growing a business. It's that simple. So that's that. Brooke's situation, though. You like my huskiness. Thanks, Dave. I like your arms and your pectoral muscles as well. A lot. There you go. No homo. Basically, Brooke, what you have to notice is this. Also, when you are at the ceiling, this is very important. Like we said last week. So for any trainers that are at the ceiling of their business, so I know Sebi's there, Fletcher's there, Cassie's there, right? You're at the ceiling. You need to just do enough so that you counteract drop-offs before we make our next move. Let me say that again. You need to do enough, and this is for the people watching. You need to do enough so that you counteract drop-offs, because when you grow a business and you hit a ceiling and then you take your foot off the pedal, where's it going to go? It's only going to go backwards. So before we make our next move, for us, our next move, removing the ceiling and continue to push on. And it's that simple. So just recognize that we don't need a lot, Brooke. We don't need tons. If you are still getting new member foot traffic, right, or new member leads, right? But if the gym's not, like you said, it's quiet, they're not signing a lot of people up. Kind of it's the energy at the moment. Like I normally say that like the PT industry is not seasonal. I say that it's normally not seasonal. Most people think the quietest time of the year is at Christmas and New Year's, or especially Christmas. That's the biggest load of rubbish I've ever heard. Especially when, I mean, there's a lot of, well, I say a lot, but three of you guys here have not been with us at Christmas. It's the busiest time. Yeah, it's the busiest time of the year for marketing. However, I do find at the moment though that there is a little bit of a lull. Like people are saying there's not many people joining up, blah blah blah. I think it's like that transition to winter. People are probably just sick, or they're at home and they're not like looking to like go out there and get after it. So the main thing is we just need enough to counteract drop-offs, Brooke. And I don't think there's too much of a risk there. I think that when you're back in the gym a bit more present, chances are your presence is key. You'll pick up and it will start to move.
Yeah, that's my hope because I'm like even all the people I'm calling, no one's booking in for consults. Everyone's like, no, I don't want to I don't want a PT.
What are you saying when you're calling them?
So I
And who are you calling? They're new members.
new members and MIAs.
Okay, MIAs work closely with me because there's a specific strategy for them.
Yeah, we went over a script together and I've kind of been using that and a text message together.
Yeah.
I found that so everyone at the gym gets a free PT consult when they sign up, and that's actually the wording that they put.
Yeah, which is shocking. Yeah.
On the sales stuff.
Yeah.
So I found that I get better results when I just say PT consult because that's what they're expecting.
Yes.
Than when I say Kickstarter because then they're like, I don't want that. What is that? Like, and then I had someone get confused because they're like, oh, but what about my consult? And I was like, oh, well.
Yes. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I call so new traffic, I call, I'm like, hey, very energetic, hey, Brooke here from Anytime Fitness Knox. How are you finding the gym so far? They give a rundown, whatever's going on. I'll be like, oh, okay, well, as you were told when you signed up, you actually get a free personal training consult for being one of our new members. We care about you a lot here. So just calling to book that in. Do you prefer morning or afternoon?
Yep. I don't want a PT.
Yep.
Okay.
Or a lot of people at the moment are saying, I've just started, so I want to do it by myself.
Oh, that's a great one. I love that one.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
no idea what you're doing.
Exactly. So look, this is really important, right? And I'm not being antisocial. I'm making notes here of what to say, right? People always want PTs, guys. This is what I'm talking about next. People think that people don't want PTs. Bullshit. They have not. If you said to everyone, it's free, okay? First and foremost, it's like one of these. It's free. Would you rather a Ferrari or a Mazda? No one's saying a fucking Mazda. They're all taking a Ferrari, right? If it was free. So if it's free, right? Do you want a PT to train with you every single session, or would you want to do it on your own? Oh, take the PT. Right. So that means that people subconsciously they want PT, right? This is where if you like, and a lot of people listening to this one, because we make this webinar, obviously it's a public webinar. Reach out, feel free to comment if you have any questions on this stuff. The scripts that your gym give you a lot of the time are not crafted to get to squeeze as much juice out of the lemon as possible. What they're doing is they're leaving a lot on the table. The scripts leave a lot on the table. Yeah, you get a free personal training consult. I know, remember, guys, here, we all know this. There's no such word as consultation at Pinnacle. No such word as consultation, right? Free PT is also, apart from like our artwork that we use for local business partnerships, right? Because we've split tested it. It's the best artwork. Apart from that, we do not use that language. So when you call someone and you say, we get a free PT consultation, that means I'm going to sell you PT. And that's why we're getting the response, I don't want a PT, or I don't want a PT, don't sell anything to me. I'm new, so I'm going to try it myself first. When you say this, right, you know this, Brooke, as well, but this is what we need to do now is you need to transition. Like we're gonna bridge the gap today. You've got the free PT console, but then we've got the Mind and Body Kickstarter that we care more about any other gym than we need to bridge it and blend them, right? When you bridge and blend what the gym does, so it's always important to do what the gym does, but then do what you do better, right? With Pinnacle's help. So when you say you want free PT, people don't want it. We've already gone through that. Second thing is this. Hey, it's Brooke from Anytime. When every single person joins the gym, and guys, I don't think too many of you have seen my real passion when it comes to this. If they fucking did this in front of people when they signed up to the club, it would be 10 times easier. But they're lazy and they don't do it. All right, no worries, Sebi. Basically, what you're going to look at is this and say this. My huskiness coming back. Right. Every single person that joins Anytime, we want to ensure that your gym journey gets off to the best possible start. We know you. So this is what I would say. Brooke, write this down if you want to. We know that people have questions, right? That they want answering by a professional. Therefore, what we give you is a free 2-part result-specific Kickstarter with a professional where you can get your gym journey off to the best possible start. Because here at Anytime, right, we care about our trainers the most. I'm sorry, we care about our gym members the most. So when they like the crossover, it's like the free personal training consult. That means here at Anytime, we're going to put you in front of our PT so they can try and make some money off you. That's bullshit. You can't, it's not going to do that. Or you don't want to do that. It's a simple case of here, we want your gym journey to get off to the best possible start. And we know that you have questions. And we also know, but you don't say this, that you'd rather train with a PT rather than on your own. Right? When you say that, people will 100% book in. And if they don't, that's completely fine, but it's very rare that they won't. because you're there to look after them and make sure their gym journey, not PT, gets off to the best possible start. However, when they're with Brooke, the PT, Kate, the PT, Fletch, Nave, Cass, Sav, right? And Sam, they're going to find that they're actually better off with you than without you. Now, remember how we take our consults, right? Mind and body. So mind is a pre-exercise questionnaire, tailored, right? To them, we use the questions to delve deeper. Body, form and technique analysis. You show me that you're shit, right? I will show you how to get better quick. Holy crap. With Brooke, in 2 minutes, I've just mastered my form and technique with a squat, a lunge, a push-up, and subconsciously, I am now aware, not consciously, their conscious mind's dumb. They don't, and that's not being horrible. People's conscious mind does not pick this up. Subconsciously, I'm better with this girl, Brooke, or boy, Nathan, and Fletch, right, than I am on my own. And that's it. There's nothing else to it, guys. Like that is it. And what you've got to then do is just make the calls and make it happen. Deliver it with confidence as well. A lot of people buy into the confidence. I mean, like, not to go off on a rabbit hole on a tangent, but a lot of PTs, they're not ever coached, well, they're not educated, period, when they study to do Cert 3 and 4, how to pick up the phone and speak to people that they don't know, who's a stranger, that naturally they're going to shit themselves speaking to actually speak to them in the right manner. Here at Pinnacle, we obviously put the volume in front of you, so very quickly you polish and perfect your process of speaking to people, and then you can do it confidently. And it's that simple. Like that little change between free PT consult and mind and body makeover, but blended, does that give you a little bit more juice to kind of run with the next calls and just say that this is what you get when you start the gym, but we like to go mind and body makeover to make, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. My only concern is that there's people who have mentioned like, oh, I never got my free consult.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like,
just
this is it kind
we'll
of
go
thing.
through that. We'll go through that at the same time.
Okay, cool.
So just say if you haven't had your free PT consult yet, we'll go through that at the same time. What this is actually better. It's more detailed, and this is what I personally, when I make these calls, I like to go above and beyond for the people I speak to. I like to go through a mind and body complete overhaul to make sure your gym journey gets off to the best possible start, not just go and put you through a consult.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just
Cool,
tell
yeah.
them, like, and it's very easy to come up with this stuff when it's been polished and perfected for years, like myself, but like, just it's about being authentic, guys. I think authenticity is huge. I would just say that if someone brings it up, just say we'll go through that at the same time. But I want to deliver more, right? Go above and beyond. And the mind and body makeover is the whole reason why we're going to go more. Again, and then you put them through our tested and proven, like the process, our consultation process, it's game over. And your conversion rates, Brooke, I think speak for themselves. You've gone from, I wouldn't say 0 to hero, but starting point to hero very, very quickly. And now we're looking at leverage and removing the ceiling.
Yeah, perfect.
That's it. Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Kate, I'm coming to you. What's the plan for this week? How are you, darling? Are you well?
Morning. I'm good.
It's good.
Plans just consults, calls. I did some calls on the weekend for the further back ones because I've already done the 30 days.
Yeah.
Just booking in consults and being present, like you were saying, because I think the shit that's been going on with the owners in the office has made me like, as soon as my shift is over, I'm out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
sure.
Thing.
Let's talk about this now. So we talked a little bit about like gym scripts, right? That they give trainers. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk now about gym managers, and let's talk in a little bit more detail about your current situation of what's going on.
I think from the start they were all red flags, and I feel like they've robbed me of a good experience of just being a PT in a good gym with a lot of members to now taking the office job just to get my foot in the door, and then like running the gym basically with no like care that I've got my own plans. And they keep saying, well, hire someone else. They hired someone to be the second person in the gym, and she's so unreliable. It's not even funny.
Yep.
So it's like I'll have consults booked and then she calls in sick, and I'm like, I'd love to be like, screw you guys, I've got consults, but if I'm not in the office, we're not getting sales, which means I'm not getting clients.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of,
yeah.
And they're just like, I would just love to just leave just to fuck them up just because of how I feel like they've treated me. So it's like bad feelings at this time, which makes it hard to just be like positive, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think like what's going on here, right? So there's shit vibes in a club, right? There's shit vibes, but we know there's fucking huge potential, right? And it's that simple. But also what's happening is you've got management that don't care. Like we said with Brooke here before, not saying that anyone's management doesn't directly care, but I know with Kate's situation, it probably is the case. But like we said before about the gym's scripts that they give you often do not do the damage, right? Because they're wide open for being critiqued. But you've got people here that are obviously not giving a shit, but they've seen someone who does, and they've taken you, right?
Yeah.
And they've wrapped you up in cotton wool financially. And therefore, what it does is if we do like 30 hours a week for these guys, I mean, you're nearly working full time for the gym. So what it's naturally going to do, and this is really important as well, guys, like everyone to know this, like I say this to people that come in and they have jobs already, and they're like, right, I want to go full time. I want to go PT business full time. I've got a job. Can I do it? The answer is yes, 100%. However, if you've got a job and you work 30 hours, right, and you want that income, right, which everyone would at the start of their journey, and I would never recommend going cold turkey, like get rid of that. Excuse me, get rid of them and then go all into your PT business. But what we got to recognize, if you take the cash flow, right, and what's great for you, Kate, is you're in the gym, you're being present, you're the good energy, you're the good vibe in there, right? But if we're not on top of that doing what we need to do for our own PT business, then you're always going to be struggling and we're not going to get off the ground. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to take the near full-time position and then the potential of the gym, we're just going to have to dump another 20 hours, or it's not even 20. You do 5 hours of calls a week, you'll be fine. But we need to take the time and you got to smash it out. Like, I don't think, to be really honest with you, Kate, unless the manager is listening to this right now, like, I don't think they'd care if you did phone calls on shift, depending.
I'm trying to use their, what's the word, like how slack they are against them and to my benefit, because they're just, it's crazy. But then I don't know, I'm like the kind of person, as an employee at least, where if I'm not treated right, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll make them see how good I am. I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. So it's really hard to like stay positive and do good in the gym, because my whole brain is just being like, don't do shit for these people.
Right.
So it's like being against myself and being like, okay, no, I need this for my own business.
Yeah. So what I recommend you do is this, and this is what I personally used to do because I used to do hours. You tick all the boxes for the gym.
Yeah.
You tick your own in the time they're paying you. Like you're probably the most productive person in that gym, right? That works for them 100%. I know you are, right?
Yeah.
You're going to scratch their back, but then you're also going to get paid to scratch your own.
Yeah, I am doing it. I think like it's at the point where they know they can't say anything because I'm the person that they hate coming into the office. Like they're like ghost owners. They don't oversee anything. They're just weird. So if I left, they'd be fucked. Like they know that. So they can't like say anything. Like we have like passive aggressive arguments when I bring stuff up because I'm like, you need to communicate or you need to do this better or something. And then we'll have like a low-key argument and then they'll come in like nothing happened. And I'm like, are we good? Like,
yeah, so this is just the energy, right? So what we have to do is this, right? Honestly, just like to get to this point.
Yeah.
We need to make the calls. We need to get the fuck out of there and we need to be self-sufficient. And that's it.
Yeah.
Now they're going to want to cling to you because they know that you're better than them. And honestly, one of the wisest recruitment tactics is always to hire people out, right? Or hire people that are better than you at certain things. So if they're shit and their level of care is not there, but Kate's amazing, she cares a lot and she's good and she's better than me, I'm going to hire her, right? And it's simple. Kate will come because the cash flow, right? And it's that simple when we know we can earn 4 times the amount doing PT. So what I want to do this week is go in with that real, like, well, I call it a boss bitch mentality, where you're going to go in there and you're going to make your fucking phone calls and you're going to do it on their time. But what you're going to do is you're going to say, here at the gym, we want to make sure everyone gets their journey off to the best possible start. That is what's called quality assurance for new members, but then book them in with you. That's it.
Yeah. I definitely have like the upper hand with signing people up, because the other girl, Jess, is dating one of James's trainers. So every time there's a lead in the office, she's like, oh, Scott's amazing. And I'm sat there like, I'm amazing too. Give them to me.
Yeah.
But when she's calling in sick, I'm like, all these leads are mine. And then they trust me because I'm the person who greets them first. Like, they're like, can I do that with you? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So definitely having that. I have one question about the consultation process, because when I'm booking them in with me through the office, like they've just signed up and I'm like, they're like, oh, will you show me how to use the machines? And I'm like, yes, definitely. Like, we make sure that all members have like a free session, blah, blah, blah. But we call it like an onboarding session in the office. And then let's say they're not booked in that moment, and then I give them the call and say, you know, blah, 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 and they're kind of like confused.
Yeah. Because they're what? They're like, is it an onboarding session or is it a what?
Yeah, they're like, oh, I haven't had my onboarding session. I'm like, oh, this is your onboarding session.
Okay. 2-part mind and body onboarding session.
Okay.
That's it. Simple. So, guys, I'm going to take this high level now. Here at Pinnacle, my goal is to change the fitness industry for better, because it's fucking worse at the moment. And it's that simple. It's not just by coaching the PTs. Strike has been built now to coach organizations, and we're on the brink of getting some stuff across the line. But when you deal with these companies, it takes time. Anytime is a company of which I'm, with my contacts, getting in front of the CEO of soon. And it's one of the biggest companies that I want to change, because of all of this stuff that is done by managers or PT managers or Be Inspired. That is another company that works with Anytime that does things poorly, with all due respect. That I need to be able, right, to change and streamline a process so that it benefits the gyms and it also benefits the PTs, the staff, and it makes it a very happy working environment. So that's what we're trying to do. At the moment, what I recommend you do, sorry, CEO of Anytime, if you're listening to this, I recommend, Kate, that you do your own fucking thing. And I do not recommend that what you follow is what they've told you to follow. Because with Brooke at Anytime here, this is interesting actually. What is it called, Brooke, your process that you have to follow?
It's just a free PT consult.
A free PT consult, right? Let's just hold that there. Kate, what's yours called?
Free onboarding session.
Oh dear. So hang on a second. Do you guys work in both of you work in Anytimes? Oh, Nath, is that fucking different? The two of those, is that different? Nath, if you're a member at that gym, Nath, would you be asking questions if Kate from an Anytime rang you and offered you that, and then Brooke from an Anytime offered you that? Would that make you think a little bit, Nath?
What? Say that again. Sorry, I'm doing work.
Okay. Brooke, what do you call your onboarding sessions at your Anytime location?
A free PT consult.
Free PT consult. Yep. That's what they're told to call people and tell them. Kate, darling, what do you have to say when you call?
Free onboarding session.
Free onboarding session. They're both an Anytime Fitnesses, Nath. Is there a streamlined approach between those two Anytime Fitnesses, Nath? Yes or no?
No.
No. Would that make you confused as a member?
If that's what they're being told to say, then yeah.
Correct. Here's my point. Gyms are managed by individuals. There is
it's a franchise.
It is a franchise, but the franchise have nothing in terms of like, there is no regulation. Nothing's regulated. And that's the fucking problem. And that's what we're here to try and change. The fact is that Brooke and Kate, with with Pinnacle's approach, will both kill it. If that Pinnacle approach is put into play in all of the Anytime Fitnesses across the country, chances are a few more people will kill it. At the moment, what happens is is managers are hired to give their own spin on things, or the franchise owner will have their spin on things, such as Samantha. That owner of your gym will go, oh, I reckon we'll just do it at $15 a week for rent. Then someone else will go $250. Here's another one for you. Kate, what's the rent at your gym?
$250.
Brooke, what's the rent at your gym?
300.
Ah, how? What? Nath, what's, guys, you can see what I'm fucking saying here.
I was on mute, but I laughed when I said
right? Yeah, that's good. At least someone right. The rent's not even the same. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the franchise model for clubs is what I'm here to try and change for the better, because everything's a fucking mess. What I recommend that you do, with all due respect, is because they're telling you to do different shit, I'm going to tell you to do different shit. But the different shit I'm going to tell you to do is going to be a lot better than shit, right? It's a lot of shit everywhere, but you know what I mean. It's all good shit. And if you follow what these guys who have no idea, right, tell you to do, you won't get far, because the language is wrong. But what we've also got to do as well, Kate, is this: recognize basically now that you're there to look after yours, but you're also paid to look after theirs. So we look after theirs. Like I said, we put that first. We're not disrespectful here. We look after that. They're paying for us to do so, do that. But then you look after yours. And what I recommend we do is we make the calls inside their time that they're paying you for, and you just use our shit. And it will get you consoles like that. The most important thing for you as well, though, Kay, is that your presence in the club is huge, right?
It's like when shit happens, I'm like, I don't even want to train there. Like I just start using the Bunbury instead of that one.
Okay.
And I have a weekend and then I'm like, okay, no what? Fuck them. I'm not going to let them affect me like that. And
That's
then
what
I'm
I'm
like,
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like we don't let, and like there's a saying in life, guys. If you care about what other people think about you, you'll never get far. That's very true. It's not kind of this. It's kind of the same in this one, but there's negativity around every fucking corner, guys. I have negative shit going on right now. I was dealing with negative shit last night on Sunday at 9 o'clock at night. Probably my fault, because I chose to welcome it in on a Sunday night when I should have had my phone out of my hand. But I deal with it. Do you think I dwell on it? I don't care. I move on.
that's my problem.
This shit. So this is what's going to happen with UK, right? In this location, and anybody who is in a location, right? At least we're not in Sam's position. Sam's frustrated, and she's not even in the gym yet, right?
Yeah.
But what will happen is this: it will continue to happen until you get sick and tired of it, and you stamp it out. And again, do their shit first, but then use our language in their time to benefit their members. Because remember, I'm not disrespectful. I want the language that we use to be beneficial to the gym's members. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Put that in play, people are going to eat out of the palm of your hand. And that's it.
Yeah. I just feel frustrated because I wish I had more time for my own stuff. But at the moment,
Correct.
I just have to. And
correct. And this is a good thing. Right? Taking this full circle and going back to lead. Here at Pinnacle, we have guys and girls. I mean, these three girls here, like Sam, Brooke, and Kate, who have been the topic of conversation for today. These are girls who are hustlers, who want more, who want better. And you can tell the frustration with Kate. It's very clear. Brooke is at the top of a ceiling and she's like, yeah, we're not having any more signups, but I'm fully booked. Like, that's hunger right there. And Sam's going, how the hell do I get through to this person who doesn't know how to run a gym? Right? You girls are surrounding yourself with people that lead, right? All these people inside Pinnacle here that you're seeing: Fletch, who's fully booked looking at leverage, Ray, not too far away as well, Cassie, needed leverage a long time ago, is far too busy, and Nathan, leverage trainer multiple times. You're learning from people who are leading here at Pinnacle, and that's why you guys are itching, trying to go and, you know, implement yourself. What it will come down to is whether we get sick and tired enough to be able to change, especially when there are outside forces. And there's many types, guys. It's not just the gym environment. It could be your partner, it can be your kids, it could be fucking your exes, relationships, just anything in general can try and bring you down. But the game here at Pinnacle, because that's all it is, teaches you how to go from zero to a fucking hero. And it will just come down to how much you're willing to push through the shit that comes along with it. Like, I'm being consumed by my gym's work. Fuck, these guys are toxic as shit. Fuck, there's this. I don't really care. Like, and I know you don't either, right? Blah 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 blah. This is why they put blinkers on horses, because otherwise they'd be fucking riding along, going, "Oh shit, what is he doing? Oh shit, oh yeah, fuck. I'm in the lead now. I can go slower. Fuck that. Keep the blinders on and go fucking million miles an hour and attack the shit. Put your blinders on and earplugs. Don't listen to the bullshit and continue to crush it. That's all it is. And it will just come down to you being able to blank out the noise and keep the blinders on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Can I ask one more question?
You can ask as many as you like.
Because you know James personally, I thought I would ask, how
Mm-hmm.
do I politely get him off my back?
Oh, because what? Because he wants you to work for him.
So he wanted that twice, and then I said no. Like, I made it sound like I'm doing it for me and Caden because we want to start a business, and I would have loved to work with you because you know you keep a good
He's
relationship.
threatened by you, first of all.
He is, and it's like I liked him at the start, and I was like, oh, he's so sweet, and now I'm just like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Even anything, I'm just like, go away, stop pissing. Be like, hey, you got much sessions this week? Hey, did you hear they're opening another gym in the area? It might be good to check that out. And I'm like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. He's
But I wanted
threatened
him.
by you. It's all
Yeah,
it's is he's threatened by you. And also what he's trying to do is make you feel shit when you don't have as many sessions because you're being consumed by the gym shit. But I think this webinar for you today is a turning point. This is why I say you've got to be in these webinars, right? Because this shit, I can't deliver this via message, right? He is threatened. James is a good dude, even though he's a wanker at the same time, right? Like, I got nothing bad to say. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, he's just a guy who's been skewed by other people's influence, and that's all. That's completely fine. But you just keep your eyes in your lane, and if he asks, and just say, James, just tell him I'm not going anywhere, bro. I'm staying here.
yeah. He hired another trainer. He was obviously after a female, but he got another guy.
So he has
Yeah, he's got two guys. It's good because the one guy he had was very bodybuilding specific. Like a lot of people wouldn't want to go to him. So he's got some like endurance and weight loss and stuff, which is good for them. But when I put like my poster up for I'm a PT now, he went and like printed off like 3 of his companies. So him,
he will
Scott, right? And I was like, oh, that's cute.
Here's the thing. James does not like to work, right?
Yeah.
No, personally. Again, disclaimer, he's a great guy. So if anyone thinks I'm on here doing public webinars, slating people, I'm not. He's a good guy. I've worked with him. I helped him. He's the reason why he is where he is probably because of me. And
Yeah.
this goes back nearly 10 years with me and James. He's a great guy, but he's
Yeah.
also just like any other PT that when sees someone taking action, they're naturally going to step up because they're threatened. Now, I don't know whether he knows you're working with Pinnacle, right? And I probably would keep that to yourself, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Know? And look, just Kate, lead.
Yeah, I mean, just because of how he was annoying me last week, I was feeling a bit childish. So I went and made a client testimonials poster that I'm going to put up this morning.
Do it. Outwork people. Like like this isn't bitchiness. Outwork your competition. That's how you get to the top. That's it. It's not horrible. Right? Like he goes put 3 posters up, fucking awesome. Like I can tell you right now, those posters are fucking pointless. What I'll tell you is that who signs up the members in that gym, Kate? You or James?
Yeah, me.
Book them in, sign them up before he even knows who their fucking name is.
And the good thing is, like, this is where I feel manipulative is I'm acting like I'm helping him too by giving him the people who will not work for me, first of all, so that's fair.
Yeah.
And have said like they're experienced, they're not gonna be looking for anything. So I'm like, here's a new lead for you. It's not gonna go anywhere.
And that's fine. But the main thing is you work behind the desk. Book them in with you, right? But if there's someone who's just not the right fit for you, give them to James. Like him and his guys, they focus heavily on, bodybuilding and stuff like that. I mean, even if someone's experienced, like, I mean, I'm experienced in the gym, but I have a coach, like.
Yeah.
So
it was funny. I I see him taking consults, and he'll put the paper down, get them to fill it out, and walk away.
Yeah, that's
and then kind of wait till they're done. And before I started watching the school stuff, I was like, is that like, because you've said you coach?
No, it's because he doesn't listen.
Tell me to do, because I do the opposite. And then when I watched it, I was like, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't listen. It's like, again, you got to remember this guy. I mentored him to become a mentor 10 years ago. He's still taking PT sessions. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, again, great guy. Don't have anything bad to say. So that's that. Work ethic will win. But also, I think, Kate, the biggest thing for you is having a mentality switch here. When you have a mentality switch and you just go, right, it's game on now, you'll start out working.
Yeah.
But you don't want to become obsessed either about, this is another really good point to kind of begin to wrap this up on, guys. We don't focus on the money. The money is a byproduct always, right? We're not here to make money, even though we're running businesses, which, you know, obviously make money. Be the bubbliest, most fucking toxic, like good, toxic, contagious person in that club and watch everyone gravitate towards you. It's not hard. It's really not. Like, you've got looks, you've got the attitude, you've got everything there. Go after it and work closely with me. And it's that simple.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep me posted, but work ethic wins. Remember that. Remember, that's why James is where he is now after doing it for 10 years. Right? Yeah. He's been doing it for a lot longer than that. I couldn't think of anything worse of you being in 10 years' time trying to get someone that you're scared of to try and work for you.
Yeah.
No, outwork them. That's all it is. Outwork. So that's kind of that. Anything else, guys, that people want to lead in with or leave any training thoughts? I'm just going to check this chat. There's a few messages in here. It's mainly Nathan and I having a bit of a bromance here about husky voices and biceps. But apart from that, that is it. Guys, does anyone have anything else? So Sam, we know what we've got to do. We know what we got to do. Get after it. Brooke, we know what we got to do. Kate, we know what we got to do. Ray has been frozen for the last half an hour, but I'm sure she knows what to do. Fletch, I'll speak to you throughout the week. Is there anything that you needed from me, Fletch? I have something like niggling in the back. Oh no, you're going away. You're going away soon, I believe. Is that right,
yeah,
bro?
I'm going away on Thursday, so I'm just shockers for this next 3 days. Just all crammed, 5 days worth of sessions into 3. So
okay, sweet. Get it done. How long are you away for? It's just the week. It's just that Thursday to Friday, isn't it, or something?
No, it's Thursday to Monday.
Well, that's right.
So it's 11 days.
Okay, perfect. Well, if I don't speak to you, because this will be my first and last webinar of the week, because I'm heading up north, I'm going to Airlie, then I'll speak to you online. Did I need to connect you with someone or something? Oh no, we're going to touch base and speak when you get back, I think is what we were doing.
Yeah, I think we just leave it till I get back.
Yeah, done. That's fine. Nate, I'll speak to you. Ray, it's good to see you. You were frozen there for a while, but it's good to see you. Ray, do you need anything? You good? Okay, and Cass, darling, I think we're good as well. Is there anything that you need? I don't know whether you want to speak for the last 30 seconds here or so.
No, I'm good. Just tuning in as always.
Okay, homie. All good. All right, guys, I will leave things here. Much love to all. Keep me posted throughout the week. And if you have watched this one on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for future episodes. I'll speak to you all soon.